Last time we had a corner into this area, you hit the crossbar. Ravel Morrison to swing another one in. It goes up towards the head of Ep6. And he has met it brilliantly. And header de Graafschap 1-0 in front. Ravel Morrison picks it up, finds Patrick. Erdegaard just in front of him. Still Patrick though. Erdegaard taking a step back instead of going into the space as Ep6 is found. Swings it in towards Boadu. And there's the second. I thought we might have messed that up there for a moment, but it's not. And Boadu has doubled it. Remember though, we scored 2 in our last 2 Europa League group stage games. And we ended up conceding 2. So this means absolutely chuff all at this point. We've still got to see it out. Might have been with his hand, you know, for a little bit of that, I thought. Owusu blocks the intended cross. And that is going to do it, my friends. Our first Europa League victory then in the group stages is upon us. A 2-0 win away to Standard Liège. What a result. Finally, we get a win on the board. And it is the man of the match performance as well from Ep6. Hello everybody, welcome back to another career mode episode. Today we begin again, like we did with the last episode, with Standard Liège, this time at home in the Europa League. And as you can see from the group stages, another win would do us very, very nicely indeed. Ep6 has grabbed the October Player of the Month award though, so congratulations to him. Honestly, I've already gone through and sorted out my team. I've already set it up the way I wanted to go, so I'm pretty much ready to just jump straight into this, and I think that is what we are going to do. Following this game, I'm pretty sure we've got PSV this month, but I'm not sure if we'll squeeze it in today, because we've got this game, then Venlo, which I think we're going to sim, Groningen after that, followed by Sporting CP, so they're probably going to be the 3 games we feature, and of course, the sim against Venlo. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. And without further ado, let's jump ourselves off into game number 1 and get the show on the road. One thing I do want to do, though, is add a second controller to make sure the teams are playing against actually have their full stacked lineup, because that was a comment that one of you said on the previous episodes, that you wanted to see me make sure the teams are playing their best available 11 against us. So that is something we're going to do. Alright, well, I didn't even have to do much to Standard Liège side. In fact, I don't think I did anything to it. They've already got their best 11 here, so they're already ready to go. And that's what it looks like then for the 2 teams as we line up against them. It's very close, actually, in terms of quality. So the game could go either way. But we got the better of them last time out. Will we get the better of them here again today? You may notice as well that there is no Boadu in the starting 11 today. He's on the bench. We've brought back in Ep6 to see if he can kind of redeem himself and show us something that we haven't seen from him yet, which is him really having a good game. He's only played twice so far for the club, but we've got him in for game number 3 in the Europa League. Let's see if he can make the difference today. He's going to find Zardes here with a nice ball. Now Erdegaard up in the middle, waits for the cross. It's come instead to out Erdegaard, who tries to send it in, but it's well deflected and blocked. So that's honestly poor from Standard Liège, giving the ball away there. Yeah, what can Ep6 bring to the table? Erdegaard, Zardes, 35 minutes in. Honestly, not a lot to report on so far in this one. Very, very quiet start to this game. Straumann out towards Ravel Morrison. Van der Meer continues with the run, and we're going to find him as well. First time he's been in an advanced position so far tonight, Van der Meer. Morrison is the outlet ball backwards. He gives him it. Ravel Morrison, nice 1-2 between the 2 of them. Needs a good cross though from Van der Meer as he swings it in towards Erdegaard. And there was also Ep6 arriving in there as well, and neither one won it. That's what I'm talking about, lads. It really has been a very, very, very poor first half from you. And it's not gone well, has it? Gives White to switch it out to Van der Meer. A lot of possession in the half. Not quite what we were looking for, though. As Ravel Morrison again. 3-on-4 now. Morrison into the area. Ravel pulls it back towards Ep6. And it's blocked really, really close to goal. We just can't break them down right now. Whenever we do something like that at the end. Disappointing first half. 2 changes. The groups come on, and so has Bakker. Off has gone Patrick, and off has gone Erdegaard. Elsewhere, by the way, in our group, it is also 0-0 between Sporting CP and Fenerbahce. So this result right here hasn't really made too much of a difference if that result stays the same. So, I mean, yeah, it would be great to get the winner, but as long as that result stays as it is, it will still be fine. As Ravel Morrison now will break through at the beginning of the second half and look for the early cross into Zardes. Ochoa punches, and no reaction yet from us. Gibbs White picks back up the ball, though. Ep6 towards De Groot, and again, we're in a 4-on-3. We just need to work this final ball better, and it will be a chance this. Zardes in the box. Not a great first touch. Why is our first touch in these areas going so poorly? I have to take another look at this, because this is outrageous. The pass here to Zardes doesn't have a lot of weight on it whatsoever. That is just a horrific first touch from Zardes. Wow. I mean, I'm going to make our final change. App's coming off for Boadu. But honestly, on another night, if we'd have our first touches correct here, we'd have been home and dry. Outrageously bad so far. And the worst bit is, I genuinely see Standard Liège potentially scoring the winner here now as well. Honestly, ridiculous. I don't know how on earth you get a first touch that bad, Zardes, really. Especially with this, the pullback from De Groot. It didn't have a lot of pace on it. It wasn't a difficult ball to bring under control. Outrageous! Get lost! This is what I'm talking about. I knew that was going to happen. Why in our own box do we win the header down? It bounced through. And then watch the second attempt at a clearance before Halilovic acrobatically slots home the opener. What is Baka doing? I am absolutely livid, as you could probably tell by my tone of voice. Livid. What on earth is this? And you know what as well? I'm not going to lie. The past few days, FIFA has been so tilting to play. And first touch of Zardes there, we could have been 1-0 up. He gets it all wrong. We got the other end. And I saw it coming, didn't I? I said it. I literally said it in the build-up. Can we... Oh, come on! Looks like Salty DJ's return. 20 minutes to go until we end this one off. And I tell you what, a defeat here would be appalling. How does it go in from there? Oh, I'm so tilted. I'm so tilted. Oh, I just want to cry. We're 2 down to Standard Liège. They've had 2 shots as well. Literally 2. How has he put his header in from here? Why have we got our number 2? Is it Straumann just jumping and completely missing the ball? Gibbs White just stood still. I mean, it's going to be 3. It's going to be 3-0. We've just been carved open with ease. Genuinely cannot wait to end off this first game. I genuinely can't. What an absolute horror show. Just horror show. Just end the game. Well, I did say the game could go either way. I didn't expect a 3-0 defeat. I really didn't. And the only reason I'm in such like kind of this mood right now as well is because I was playing it yesterday, guys. Obviously, I don't record every game I play at FIFA, and I tell you what, I lost the game. Literally, I lost the game through 2 own goals, and it was where my players just didn't react, and it hit them from corners, and they both went in, and I lost it 2-1, which already put me in a bad mood. And now I come into this first game, I've got players taking first touches like that, and then we go down 1-0 to a Gibbs White header back into our box, which Baka tries to chest to somebody, and it goes straight into the path of Halilovic, who overhead kicks it past Sherpin, who's off his line for whatever reason. Well, great start. I can only apologise for the salt shown in that last game, but it is obviously a tough game because it's our Europa League lives at stake, really, isn't it? Let's face it, and losing the game the way we did, we just had such a horrific game. Just the passing was off. Fair, my gameplay was off, and that also put me in a bit of a bad mood. But still, we'll move forward. Venlo in this one at home. Going to be simming it, as I said, before we have our next game against Groningen. They lost the last game, Venlo, 2-0 to Groningen. Would be even better here if we didn't lose. Oh, for God's sake. 12 minutes in. Or 13. Oh, is this just going to be one of these episodes today where I just have the worst time? Is this what it's building to? Because it certainly looks that way. They're 3rd from bottom. Literally 3rd from bottom. We're undefeated. Haven't lost a game all season. And we're 1 down with 15 minutes to go. Thank you, Zardes. 1-1. Still not an ideal result because it's only a point. But at least we haven't been defeated. We are still 0 defeats at the top of the table. Honestly, though, they were 3rd from bottom coming into that. So where are they now? Oh, well, they moved up the table a little bit, actually. Yeah, so they were 17th, I think. Somewhere. I don't know. Maybe they weren't 3rd from bottom, but they're joint 3rd from bottom, effectively, aren't they? Anyways, as we continue on, let's hope I can turn around this this little bit of misplay that I've got going on and turn this frown upside down. How about that? We're about to go into our second game. I did just check the team for Groningen there by turning my controller on, obviously, and checking it out first. And honestly, there's nothing I can do to change it. It's already their strongest lineup. So they're playing a 4-4-2. And we'll see if that's going to play against us. I think it's a similar formation, actually, to what we're playing, kind of. Obviously, we've got Morris and Odegaard as, like, 2 cams/wingers. Zardes and Bodo up front. Patrick Gibbs White in the centre. And I will say this. Zardes probably played his worst game for us in that last one there. So I'm expecting better from him in this game. If he doesn't, maybe that means he'll have to have a little spell on the sideline. I know it's only 2 games without performance, but what we've come to expect from him certainly didn't come out in that last game. Let's just say that. But I'm positive going into this. Hopefully we can turn this around, get ourselves another win, And then it's all about that game against Sporting. I think if we don't win against Sporting, depending on how the result went elsewhere, we might not be able to get out of the Europa League group. So, realistically, it rides on that game, I think. We'll see how that one pans out. But first, Groningen in the league. And we are off then for the second game. And I'm seriously hoping that number 9 doesn't smash one in from like 20 yards against me, because that will put the tilter back on. So, let's see if we can turn this into a result. Here he is there, number 9. He's got a very, very good shot on him. Put it that way. Patrick Gibbs White. Still looking for a way through as he finds Erdegaard. 15 minutes in, or there or thereabouts. Erdegaard's cross. Boadu is attacking. Doesn't get it, but it comes back for Patrick. Keeps hold the ball. Gibbs White and Patrick between them do all right. Comes to Erdegaard. Erdegaard now through towards Boadu. Hit the post. Don't know how he got the shot away like that, though, because I seemed to time it even after the ball had left my feet anyway. Nevertheless, it's hit the woodwork. Boadu, Morrison, ball under control. Ravel Morrison to Boadu again. Look at Zardes in the box. Going to be found, but he can't get away with the shot. Good defending in the end as Ravel Morrison picks it up again from Gibbs White's pass. A lot of bodies back, and we're struggling to break through their defensive line here. I'm not 100% sure on this formation, to be fair. I might switch it to the 4-1-2-1-2 that you guys were suggesting in the comment section. I left it the same because I felt like we could still make it happen. Vandermeer's ball! Keep it down, please, Zardes. Keep it down. You are having a nightmare episode. Oh, my goodness. Oh, nice play. They're in the box, and that shot's going to go wide. If we're still 0-0 at half-time, I'm going to switch it up to a 4-1-2-1-2, as you guys have said, because I need to find a way to get out of this at the minute, and we're not playing good football again here. We have crafted a couple of chances. Obviously, Boadu hitting the woodwork, and then Zardes putting that header over the bar. I just don't see the fluidity in our play like it once was. I mean, that pass again right there. Why is it going behind them? I haven't had a problem with that for quite a while, and now all of a sudden it's creeping back into the game. Don't understand why we're playing the ball behind our teammates. Give it to their feet and they can make things happen with it. Zardes. Erdegaard just in front. Boadu continues his run as well. Looks for him. Here is Boadu across the face of goal. Maybe Ravel Morrison is offside. Anyway, it wouldn't have counted. Boadu just managing himself, or sorry, getting himself into that offside position before touching the ball. Rightfully given here as he's going to pick up the ball again here, Boadu. The minute he's at the heart of pretty much everything. Zardes through to Erdegaard. Lovely play. Can he get the shot away though? He can, but the poor touch didn't really help us out, and then I mistimed the shot. I'm having a really, really bad episode. Seriously. First corner that's come in, but it's coming back at us again because we didn't defend it too well as they turn away. Erdegaard trying to make this sure this cross doesn't come into the box, but it still might. Really good play from them, and now the shot. Gibbs White blocks it. Don't even tell me they're going to get another one at the end of this. Sherpin is required, but how are we blocking it and it's falling back into their path? How? Jeez. Don't going to put another cross in. Don't let them score, please. Ravel Morrison heads it away now. Let's get us into half-time, please, ref. That's all I want at this point, so I don't end up conceding. Blow your whistle. I'm so glad he's put that wide. You could have blown your whistle, ref. I cleared the lines. So I've switched up to the 4-1-2-1-2. We've got Patrick in the CDM role. We've got De Groot and Chong on the wings now. So Erdegaard and Gibbs White both coming off. Switching formation. Hopefully going to give us some inspiration to try and make something happen in this second half. Again, not being at the races. I think it's personally me as well. I am having a stinker, in all honesty, of an episode. I don't know what's wrong with me today. Can't seem to play FIFA. And the thing is, like there, for example, I knew that pass wasn't going to work, and I still tried to play it. What am I doing? Ball's caught us out again here. Lovren 6 now to defend, and he's done very, very well indeed. Get up. Get off the floor. Stop cheating. Diving all about, trying to win free kicks for absolutely nothing. 2 minutes until we end off. Again, a very frustrating afternoon. Vandermeer found. Please make that run, De Groot. Why are you waiting so long to make the run? I'm getting so agitated. You don't even understand. What is this? Please, can we just go back to the way we were playing before? Why are you waiting so long, De Groot, to make that run? If you score a 90th minute winner, I will actually officially be done with this. What a header from Chong, by the way. What a fantastic header. Oh, frustration again. A 0-0 draw. And we never even looked like scoring apart from the Boadu post. I think I have to look at this as well and say that I haven't been good enough today. That is an understatement, to say the least. I have been probably the worst I've been in the series so far in terms of personal performance. But miraculously, we can still do this. If I show you the standings, as you can see, there's only a point in it between Stade Liège at the top and us at the bottom. So this is really up in the air now. If we beat Sporting, I'll still feel confident. If not, I don't know. I genuinely don't know how this is going to go. We've scored the most out of the teams in our current group, but we've also conceded the most, which isn't ideal. That 3-0 defeat to Stade Liège has to be bounced back with this result here. 4-1-2-1-2 is what we're going with. That's the side as you can see it. We're going to hopefully bounce back here. I'm going to actually start playing good FIFA again. Not the horrific stuff I've shown you so far. Let's get into this game. Let's make sure I am doing all I can to give us the availability of the next round of the Europa League. Oh, man, this is it. Like, if we lose this game here, we definitely won't make it through. At least I don't think so. So, comes down to this, ladies and gentlemen. We have to do it. Come on! So, I mean, what are we going to see for the team today? I mean, the group itself, as I showed you, it's so close. This is quite possibly one of the closest groups that we're probably going to have in the series in terms of the points difference between all 4 teams. I bet you there's not another group like this in the rest of the Europa League, put it that way. So, this is where it comes down to. And this is where, if we want to be in the knockout rounds of this competition, we have to show it here. Sporting, we were so close to beating them in that first game of the group stage. They scored with 40 seconds to go on a corner, which Sherpin came out for. Didn't need to. How different this group could have been if that hadn't have happened. But, of course, if buts, maybes, they're all good to talk about. But certainties is what we're working with. So, for Sporting, it's going to be very much the same for them. Try and get the result here. As if we go 2-0 up and throw it away, we don't deserve to be playing knockout football, put it that way, if we do it again. For them, though, this is their side. Viviano starts in goal. Rafinha out on the right, like we expected. Dost in the central area. Fernandez in the CM role. Coates, Matthew at the back. Very good defensive stature for Sporting. Rafinha going to be an issue to deal with on the right, although he didn't have a great game last time against us. You've seen our team. 4-1-2-1-2. It's time to jump into this. Got some defending to do as a throw-in deep in our half for Sporting. Trying to turn and find the cross. Lovren6 blocks the initial effort. Zardes doesn't have the ball under control as he's trying to get us out of there. Long ball back inside. Lovren6 wins the flick down, but it's in our box, and this is dangerous. I can't get around them to actually make this block. Gibbs White was being stopped there as a shot comes in. 13 minutes in. Sporting 1. De Graafschap 0. Disastrous start. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Could have no complaints about this, really. I just missed my tackle, and then they score. What's wrong with me today? Seriously, it's just appalling for me. I can only apologise. I'm having a stinker. A really, really bad stinker. And I ain't talking about the smell. I'm talking about my performance. It's going to be 2. Oh, man. Sherpin has just saved it. But we're all over the place. I don't understand how a cross like that to the edge of the area causes so many issues. It's like we can't position right when the cross is put in. Edgar just alongside them. Look at this now. They're just running rings around me. I can't actually get the ball. Lovren6 finally does. Zardes gets it under control. Plays easy ball into Ravel Morrison. Back towards Zardes we go then. Can we break away and find an equaliser, which will be massive for us? Zardes still carrying forward. Inside the area. Zardes! Off the bar. Boadu. I didn't even tell him to do that. I pressed shoot, but not when he jumped up to do it. He, like, lunged. Of course we've hit the bar. Of course we have. We just literally can't get... It's just not working for us today. It really isn't. You probably see I'm just so... I don't know what to say. I really don't. On another day, that goes in. We're back in the game at 1 apiece. I can't even get the ball in control with Boadu. Suppose the only bonus is, if I look at it this way as well, if we do get knocked out of the Europa League, at least we can focus on winning the title with this side here. You know, that is the bonus that we've got to look at. Truth be told, though, the way we're playing at the minute, I'm not so confident in that. Owusu carries us forward. Boadu's there. Boadu towards Ravel Morrison. Lovely interchangeable play. Morrison inside the area. Pulls it back towards Chong. This, ladies and gentlemen, is really, really where I am on the verge of just giving up. Seriously. How have we missed effectively an open net? Let's have a look. So let's take a look, shall we, where this is actually aimed. Just to say, there was no time finish here either, so it's not me mistiming this. Watch this. Look where it's aimed. How? How does it do that? How does it do that? I am officially at the end of my tether, I think. Just knock me out of the Europa League, please, because if that's happening, I don't want to play it. I don't want to play in the Europa League because there's no point. There's literally no point. Half-time, 1-0 Sporting. Having missed the absolute sitter with Chong, which is out of my control because I clearly aimed it on target. Clearly. This is like, how do I even talk about this when I feel like I'm not completely in control of the game? Genuinely what it feels like. And I know that sounds like a really salty thing to say, but genuinely, I'm at this point now where I feel like I'm only in control of about 70% of the game. Really nice stuff, Odegaard, Kyrie's. Chong makes the run for him. Is he going to finish this one off though? Chong to finish. And he does. There we go. Much more like it. That's what we expected. Thing is, we could have been 2-1 up here if we'd have just finished off that first chance. I'm not sure a draw will do it either. Obviously, we rely on the other result then after this because, in fact, we have a worse goal scoring record, don't we? So a draw here, head-to-head, we'll both get a win. Both get draws. Oh, man. We need to beat Sporting, really. We need to beat them to have any chance of qualifying. We have to win the game. We can't settle for a draw, I don't think. Here is Chong into an advanced area. Gibbs White now on the ball. Odegaard picks it up. We're looking to try and make sure we can see this one out to Groot's shot. Zardes! So lucky, but we'll take it. That's the first bit of fortune we've had today. Turn around, 2-1 up. Zardes finishes. 22 minutes from time. Get in. Owusu, Odegaard, we're into the last minute, but there was 40 seconds on the clock last time we played Sporting and they were able to bring it back. I don't want to have this happen again. We're into the last 40 seconds now. Lovren sticks his ball. The group back post. I mean, the less said about that, the better. But we beat Sporting away from home. 1-0 down to 2-1 winners. And I can't tell you how much that means. I have been awful today. Absolutely awful. But there's been times in this episode where I felt like I'm not in complete control of what's happening in the game. Specifically that Chong chance earlier on in the game as well. How on earth he puts it wide when we aim in the open part of the goal. It is a bit tilting. The fact of the matter is, appalling in game 1. I can only apologise for that. Bad in game 2. Really didn't look good either. Game 3, 1-0 down, I'm thinking the worst. We're going to get smashed here. But the turnaround's complete. We get a massive 3 points that could help us through the group stage into the knockout rounds. Get in. And that, my friends, is going to be the end for today. I can only apologise, like I said earlier, for the salt. But it sometimes happens, especially when you play FIFA, especially this year. Some of the stuff that goes on is really, really tilting. Nevertheless, though, we are still unbeaten in the Eredivisie. Although our point gap is a little bit shorter now. Only 7 ahead of Ajax, who have climbed themselves up the league after a poor start again. Going all right. We've got NAC Breda to begin next episode off with. But the big part, the big talking point after that 3-0 demolition earlier on against Standard Liège where we got slapped, we now top our group against Fenerbahce. So, this is the interesting factor. Fenerbahce are the team we face off against next. Standard Liège and Sporting, if that ends a draw, we're through the group no matter what. If not, we have to get ourselves at least a point, potentially the win against Fenerbahce. We've already drawn against them last time out. We're going to have to do it again. What a group stage we've got on our hands. And I did say it wouldn't be closer anywhere else. Well, Group A is looking all right. Group B is looking a little bit, one-sided. Sevilla yet to lose. They're top in the group. And Stade Rennais already through. Group C is pretty close to the top 3, but it's more all 4 teams in our group are really close to each other. And elsewhere, though, you can see how the rest of the groups are panning out as I skip through them rather quickly. But still, thank you for watching this episode. Hopefully the salt hasn't affected you guys too much. I'm still trying to figure out how on earth I had that collapse earlier on today against Standard Liège. I don't know what went wrong. I don't know why I had such a poor performance. But luckily, we bounced back in the last game, and hopefully we will have even better stuff coming your way in tomorrow's episode. There will be another episode of this series tomorrow, so make sure if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, and you have notification bell turned on as well to be notified whenever new videos go live. Have a fantastic rest of the Monday, and I'll see you all again tomorrow on the Tuesday for another video. Catch you all then, guys. Adios!